Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here and welcome back to another Cardano video. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss an update, as what we do here is all about Cardano. So if you're in the Cardano community, then this is the channel you should be subscribed to. So what I'm going to take a look at today is what has happened in the charts, what's happened in the market, and tell you about what I think people should look at when we see these types of dips. So I did do some of this in a live stream yesterday, but I know some people don't like the live streams. You prefer recorded and it's straight to the point. So that's what we're going to do. And there will be timestamps down below the video if you want to get to certain parts. So I'll start off looking at what happened, give you my opinion on the markets in summary. Don't panic. Always look to see if the drop is to do with your specific coin, if it's just to do with yours. And if anyone's worried, no, this was nothing to do with Cardano. This was Bitcoin. Bitcoin dragged the market down, but I'm going to talk about that as well. I'll then look at price and I will talk about the chart that I think everybody should be concentrating on when you are looking at the Cardano, the ADA price for the future. So let's jump straight in. Okay, so over to the charts now, and we'll start off with what is the most important thing that you need to look at when we see these types of dips. So first off, you need to look and see, is this specific to whatever coin you're holding? Is it just your coin has dropped? Is there some bad news about whatever asset you are holding? For Cardano, there is no bad news out there right now. All there is good news events, and there is a lot more to come with the hard fork coming up in the next week as well. So this was a market-wide drop yesterday, and this was caused by Bitcoin. There was miners selling off Bitcoin. The F2 pool were selling off. There was also the bit of Tether FUD, which we got the announcement today that is being cleared up now. The court case is done. So all in all, I think we should be done with these massive dips. But again, that's what you need to look at. What is the source of the dip? And if it is not your specific coin and you fully trust in your coin that you're holding, then it's time to just buckle up and look at how quickly things rebound. So they can fall very fast and sometimes they take a long time to recover. But what we seen yesterday, well, after yesterday's dip, we had the really fast fall here, got the support at 80 cent and bounced back up extremely quickly. So this was with Bitcoin as well. Some other assets didn't bounce as quick as ADA did, but for us in Cardano, it's very positive to see. So we've got another dip today, and the really interesting part to see is that we hit that 80 cent mark again. So what this signifies here, this is a double bottom in terms of the chart. This is showing very strong buying pressure down here, trying to push the ADA price back up to $1. So for me, it's all about how quick the market is bought back up. And what we seen with Cardano was that it really was pushed right back up very quickly. Yes, we were up at $1.20 back here, but what you need to look at is that this was after a major push here that we got up to these levels. If you look at where we are right now at the 96.5 cent level, this is a level that we were talking about maybe 2 weeks ago. Even last week, we were still talking about this as a level that we're struggling to get above. So if you look back at the chart here, you can see back here, all here, twice here, in around here as well, we were struggling to get above 95.5 cent mark. So this is an important level on the Cardano chart right now. So you can see we finally broke above it here when we got the big break here, and it took a big candle here once again to break that level. The same here actually, another really strong candle, both of these to the downside. That's what it took to break that price level on the chart. So in the short term, what I would look to see is that we can reclaim this level here and turn it into a support that we can then go to the upside. Right now, the markets are still very unsure. So Bitcoin, what we really need is for Bitcoin to reclaim the $50,000 mark. If we just briefly flick over to it here, what we need is for it to reclaim the 50,000 level and get back into this uptrend. So temporarily, I would say, it has fallen out of this very bullish uptrend that it was in. So right now what it's doing is it's fighting with this. I don't like to see that we can back up to this twice actually and got rejected down. What I really want to see us do is get above that 50,000 level, and that's when the rest of the market can also stabilize and we can get back to our gains. On the ADUSD chart, we are going to be influenced with the Bitcoin price, but there is a lot of strong buying pressure for Cardano right now, even outside of what Bitcoin is doing. And I'll show you that on another chart in a second. So you can see for us, staying above this downtrend is going to be important. Temporarily, Bitcoin might pull us down, but right now the ADA price is still looking very, very good. Even if you're looking at it saying it's under $1 and you're not happy about it, to me, this is only a temporary setback and it's not directly caused by Cardano, which is the big point for me to look at. And that brings me on to the chart that I think is the most important one. This one right here. And this is the ADA BTC chart. I've showed this chart so many times on this channel, and from the very beginning, this is the one I said I always watch to see how we're performing against Bitcoin. I know some people don't like this chart, they prefer the USD, but for me, this is the one that we need to look at for the long term. So you can see, for anyone who hasn't seen this before, this is the ADA price against Bitcoin. So this is how much it costs to buy one ADA against Bitcoin. So it's in at Satoshis. So you can see we're in around the 2000 sats level right now, which is extremely positive to see. 982 is the level that I kept going on and on about for a long time when we were stuck below it. And the massive bull, I suppose, trend that we're in since then has been absolutely huge. If I look at this here, we are up 104% against Bitcoin, and that is actually in the month of February. You can see that actually came in at the 2nd of February. So we're up, actually the price wasn't down there then. If we go right back, let's pull this back. So for the month of February, we're up 97%, but if you bring it down to the 982 sats where we were just the day before, the end of January, we're up 100%. That is massive growth against Bitcoin. I don't think we're going to have this month on month, this type of growth against Bitcoin, but if we can keep gradually gaining against Bitcoin, then that is extremely good, because as I said, Bitcoin is going to drive where the market goes. At the minute, every other coin is coupled with Bitcoin. None have really broken away yet, but when you start to see this type of movement, it really looks like Cardano could decouple from Bitcoin in the future. What we need to see on this chart here is remaining above this uptrend. 2000 sats is the important level. So we're above it now. What I would like to see is getting a bit more above it here, coming back down and testing it to turn this into support. So my exact level is in around the 1945 sats, but we'll call it 2000 as it's easier to understand. Failing that, we still come back down looking at this 1600. That's where we hit when we had a dip earlier in the week. Well, I suppose the end of last week now. That's the level that was the support there. But for now, this is the level I'm looking at. This is going to define where we go with the USD price. In the long term, this is the chart I think everyone should pay some attention to. Okay, thanks guys for watching. I really do appreciate everyone that tunes in, that subscribes, leaves comments, shares the videos out there, and also anyone who delegates to my Cardano stake pool. That really does help support the channel. It's under the ticker Paul. If you need some tutorials on it, there's lots of them on my channel, or just reach out anytime. So I hope this video did help with giving you some clarity on what's going on in the market, and basically when these types of things happen, if you're happy with the asset that you have, strap yourself in, don't worry about them too much, and see them as a really good buying opportunity rather than something to worry about. So thanks for watching guys. I will talk to you very soon.